Okay, so for those of you who missed the class today, or who just need a refresher on what we talked about, this will be a screencast video talking about social factors attributing to criminal behavior. Number one, we talked about family. So parental behaviors play a really strong role in shaping a child's risk of later involvement in criminality. It's strongly correlated with an increasing risk of child development when their parents are criminally involved. So this may be because shared environmental factors, so they're growing up in the same place, they're living in the same place, genetic factors, negative modeling of parents is a big one. So involved that potentially passes on to children what they see their parents do. Poor parenting practices is also very important, such as poor parental supervision or maybe even rejection of the child. When children experience these harsh parental practices, they do have increased risk of conduct problems and even substance abuse, depression, anxiety, violent crime in early childhood, things like that. So basically, when a child is mistreated or grows up seeing criminal behavior, they are more likely to become involved when they get older. Next one is education. So education has an important role in influencing an individual's opportunity for success in society. One of the reasons is because education changes opportunities afforded by crime. And in particular property crime, because compared to legitimate employment, because they have education and legitimate employment, the reasons for which they would conduct these criminal acts, they no longer have those reasons. So basically, greater levels of education ensure greater returns for employment, making crime a lot less attractive. Economics. So the economic factors definitely influence criminal behavior, especially when we're talking about poverty and unemployment. The balance of evidence really suggests that there is a link between disparity and violent crime. People are trying to feed their children, or there's a whole slew of reasons. Unemployment is a big one. Basically, crime and unemployment can go hand in hand sometimes. Community and peers. So community and neighborhoods definitely affect criminality. There is a link between the two, especially when your peer group proves to be antisocial. That definitely plays an important part on deviance and violence. Finally, drugs and alcohol. The exact nature of the relationship between alcohol and other drugs is definitely complex. I'm not saying that all consumption of alcohol or drugs leads to criminal offenses by any means, but definitely a continued use or sustained abuse of either drugs or alcohol definitely increase individuals' chances of becoming involved in crime. People get addicted, and many times people lose their jobs and they destroy relationships and things like that. And the only way to obtain either that drug or alcohol is through criminal activity.